Don't forget to go to asskicking.com for pound the best home health and beauty fragrance product. Anything else you want to say to your fans, man?
Man, shout out to Dante's Boxing Nation. You know, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, Errol Spence Jr., my whole name, and just look out for me.
Yes, sir. Let me dig into your brain, folks.
Everybody figures and says that, oh, Shawn Porter doesn't want to fight Errol Spence, and he's avoiding the fight. And I saw a video once before that you had said right before Errol Spence fought Kell Brook that as soon as whoever won that fight, then you wanted that fight. But then you said afterwards, you was like he wasn't on your radar. Could you just address that?
I don't know if I said that exactly, but I'll go ahead and rephrase everything. First of all, let me say this: I'll just speak on me. I always knew that Errol Spence was going to be a champion. You could see the way he was going through everything and everybody, that it was only a matter of time, and who was going to be against was the only discrepancy. Who is he going to become champion? Who is he going to beat to become champion? It happened to be Kell Brook across the pond. And I said, and before he had any championship or anything like that, before that fight was even made, I said, until he has a belt, he's not on my radar. Why? Because I don't think he's done enough in this sport to be in the ring with me or the other guys who were champions at the time. Dude has a belt. It is what it is. When I go get this WBC, it's more than likely going to be me and Errol Spence. I have no problem with that. It is what it is. It's time to make it happen. It's business.
Right. Now, let me ask you, what in this fight does Danny Garcia do great that you have to take away? I know we all know about the left hook and all that, but what else do you see?
I think that at the end of the day, that's how he beats everybody. He beats them by hitting them. We saw him as of late knock down Brandon Rios. Before that, he couldn't hit Keith Thurman. There were opportunities where he did land punches and he made it a fight, but for the most part, Keith was very elusive, was able to get in and get out. You got to be able to get in, get out, turn him, make him move, and set everything up. So I won't get hit. I don't get hit. I want to fight.
Now let me address one more thing. Kenny Porter has said that in an interview, he did a sit down with Angel, and he said that this could possibly be your last fight. You could possibly retire, and if you did want to fight a certain fighter, then if he wasn't approval of it, then he would put you on the shelf until you was gray haired. How do you address that? Because a lot of people looked at it and said, "Oh, Kenny Porter is looking to have Shawn Porter retire to avoid fighting Errol Spence." So how do you address that?
I think that the first question one of the first questions you asked me about my dad, running everything, running the show and things like that. I think that it's a double-edged sword because on one hand he has to be my manager and advise me on what to do and which way to go. But obviously we want to be in this sport. We want to make a lot of money. We want to make a big name for ourselves and leave a legacy and so on and so forth. Until you just said that to me, I had no recollection of what was said there. At the end of the day, if I want to fight and my dad's not allowing me to fight, then we're probably gonna have some problems. Because if this is what I want to do, then this is gonna be what I want to do. Flip side of that is, more times than not, when I speak to my dad and I tell him what I want, what needs to be done, what I want, if it's in his will, it gets done. So there might be some plays thrown, there might be some fists thrown, but if I want to fight after this fight, that's all the way up to me. If he's saying fight Errol Spence after this fight, I want to fight Errol, I'm not gonna fight Errol. If he's saying fight Keith Thurman after this fight or Errol Spence, and I got to choose between them two, I'm more than likely going to fight Errol Spence. Why? Because Errol has a bigger name right now. Errol has the belt. Errol's been active, and we don't know what's Keith up to. I'm not going to get in the ring with Keith, and we ain't seen him and God knows how long, and I'll beat him, and all of a sudden, he was washed up getting in the ring with Errol. I should have just did that in the first place. I'm going to skip that conversation, and I'm going to go in and get Errol.
This is Bobby, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.